In this video, you will learn Claude Projects. If you have been using Claude chat feature or any other AI chat feature, you are missing out on a best feature which will truly transform your productivity. Gemini doesn't have it, ChatGPT doesn't have it, no other tool has it like Claude, and it is not the feature you think. So let's see that part here. So my name is Ajinkya Kolle. I have been a trainer at Google. I have been trainer at IT Bombay's Bharat Jain. I have been a speaker at TEDx and I have trained in person almost 3 lakh developers. So with that as a background, wherein I have spent my 10 plus years doing software development AI, and from that knowledge, I'm teaching this. It's not coming from zero experience. So what are we learning? How do most people use AI? The difference is like one night stand versus a committed relationship. Every new person you meet, let's say every day, every week in one night stands, that is never gonna compound the long term relationship advantages you will never get because you are starting from scratch every time. Chats which you might have used are exactly like this. You have been having one night stands with all the LLMs because the context, the history does not compound when you are, using them not like a complete project. So Gemini, it has personalization features. Claude also has personalization features. So it remembers your history. But the thing is, it's comparing your task against all the history. Okay. When we talk about a committed relationship, we have to define what is the task we are doing. So if we define, oh, this is my project, this is how what I am going to do, and everything I do is towards this end. A huge complex task we are doing is made up of thousands of subtasks. So we have to do thousands of different tiny things, and they might need multiple different chat windows. So by having it into a coherent project where everything is part of it, everything is compounding, this is how your AI knowledge is extremely important. So using projects, not chats. By doing this, your knowledge compounds, your experience compounds. So this compounding gap is what you are missing on. If you are using chats and you think this is the best I can get, nope, that's the bare minimum you need to have. And the truly advanced skill is this, which is compounding, which we can get with Claude projects. Now, who is this skill for? This is specially for senior working professionals. Anyone who has worked more than 4 5 years, they will understand why grouping our task in terms of a big project and its subparts is very important. So, because there are many stakeholders, we have clients, we have customers, we have different teammates, we have our managers, we have upper management, we might have someone we are laterally working with. So, any of these big things where a lot of complex moving pieces are there, we should must be using this projects feature. So senior professionals and a lot of the important work projects you do, yeah, this skill is essential for you. Or if you are picking up, you are doing some interview prep, you're worried about getting fired and you're trying to brush up your knowledge, or you're learning something new, trying to transition into a different role. That is also very important. We do that, and it is very important for us. So in learning also, this thing can help. Or if you want to do work on something personal, which is equally important, right? It's not like, sar salamat to pagdi pachas. What we say in Hindi, if we survive, if we have a good mental health, our work efficiency is automatically better. If we are financially less worried, we'll be able to bring our best self to work. So these personal things are equally important. Don't sacrifice the baseline quality of your body, mind, and soul for just the work projects. So any of these things can be done using Claude projects. All of these can be done using Claude projects. I do all of them and even more. Okay. So this is who this video is for. And what do you need to get started? You don't need a paid subscription. You can get started using just Claude free subscription. So what happens is in Claude, when you open, you start with this chat. This is not what I want you to use. Go to top left side where there is a sidebar. There are these things which you can see here: chats, projects, and artifacts and code. So these are increasing levels of your AI skills. Projects is what I am telling you about. And any big project you define. Let's say I want to figure out how do I do YouTube plus LinkedIn better. I want to do some philosophy analysis. I want to participate into a Kaggle competition. I want to improve my health. I want to do some thought exploration, or even watch a movie and TV serial which I've been enjoying and do some analysis of screenplay from it. Anything, all of these, all of these I do. This is the Claude Projects feature. Now, when you take a free version, you can only create 5 projects. Okay, so for testing, this is more than enough. But when you're working on a truly large number of tasks, it's better if you get a Claude Pro subscription, and it's a lot cheaper, and it is really, really recommended for everyone. Really, NotebookLM and Claude, 2 tools, and you have covered everything you need. Okay, so this is why this is the complete productivity system I'm teaching in these videos. So this is what you need, and do not go for Copilot. Copilot has a feature of same as NotebookLM, which Google has, but it is actually quite bad. It is not that good because I don't know. It's Microsoft hasn't been doing its own original research, and in terms of its features, it's very much lagging compared to Google's. So don't go for Copilot, and it's kind of like it's gonna waste your money as well. So go for Claude and Google, and this is the best combination. So section 2, what is a Claude project? Claude project, let's create one. So project is what you define as the task you want to do. So you say, you know what, this is my P0, highest priority. Deadline is yes, XYZ task. Okay. Here I say this is my deadline, blah, blah, blah. I say these are my constraints. Yes, let's create a project. Okay. So this is the completed, this is the project which has been created. And take a look at this carefully. Here you have the name. Good for us to know what we are working on. We can bookmark it, get back to it anytime we want. Then this is where the chat window help give me summary of where I am and what do I need to do. So let's say I log in, I'm trying to do this task and this big project. I want to get where I am, and I kind of like can start with this a chat, and it can give me wherever I am. So this is the project. All the chats I do over time, they get part of this history over time automatically. So project and chats, all the projects and chats kind of like get included and are part of this Claude project. So it could be that you're working on a client update feedback they have given. It could be that we are doing some technology implementation. It could be that I'm doing some strategy thinking, budget analysis, many different things I can do, right? So as long as I define it in a project and I upload relevant stuff, all of them have a shared memory of whatever the task I'm doing. And this is what this section here is about, the top right corner, memory. So you see, memory is what makes this whole feature work. As and when you keep growing your different chats, this keeps improving the context of what are you trying to do, what is your preferred method, what not to do, what to do, when to do it. All of this thing will get built here. Okay, so this is why the project is such an important feature. And then the next part is this files section. So you can click on add files here, and you can upload all the relevant files for the project. And when you do them, this kind of like becomes your one-stop place for everything you need. Okay, so multiple files you can upload, and this files kind becomes a part of the knowledge base. So this is your project. You define the task you want to do, and everything relevant are part of the sub chats in that task. You can do it using free Claude, you can do it using paid Claude. Paid Claude gives you more number of projects you can do. And as long as you get all the relevant files over time period and make it part of this project capacity. Now you have an ideal project ready to help you whenever you want. Okay, so this is what Claude Project is. Now, how is it different from the previous tool we had? We saw NotebookLM. NotebookLM was Google's tool. It was a brilliant librarian. It retrieves the information you need accurately. It can do pattern matching across huge number of documents you have uploaded. Huge. Okay. So, but it is bounded by the books and stuff we have uploaded. So it's safe that way because we can quantify, we can check, oh, what's the source of this? Oh, this is fact check. This is not fact check, blah, blah, blah. So that's NotebookLM. But its strength can also become its limitation because it can't do a lot of things. Okay. So that is what Claude Projects is about. It can create new things. Whatever sources we have given to it, it can build on top of it. It can, so the job of validation is up to us. But as long as we have validated, it's a over time incremental new important resources get created. So that's how Claude Projects is. It's a brilliant colleague which over time learns what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, and over time it's kind of like gonna help you more and more and more. Okay, so this is what Claude Projects is. Every working professional, it connects with all the tools you use already. If you use Google Drive, if you use Slack, if you use Jira, Asana, Monday, Notion, GitHub, or Zapier, or some marketing tool, or some Google Analytics, a lot of things which you are using already, they are part of this connectors here. Okay, so you can add connectors, and these are constantly being added by Anthropic. So this brilliant colleague can connect to so many things, and it can take data from here and kind of like help us do tasks accordingly. So this is where the power of Claude Projects keeps on becoming more and more and more powerful. Then there are advanced things which are like mentioned here, skill and plugins, but they are advanced. First, you should set up only Claude Projects, the files relevant to the projects, and you should have multiple different kinds of Claude projects you have set up. So as long as you are applying this feature over time, you can build the other advanced skills, and your returns from your AI subscription can keep getting better and better. Okay. Then one great point here is if you are working in a company, Claude Projects this becomes even more powerful. Okay. So it's like here you can click on share and you can share this with your team. If you have 5 people working on a very important projects on which we need to be very thorough, so that project can become part of these people who they are coming together. One person has built a very nice context, different files, and anyone can come and build, resume their work from that point in time. So build once and all teams can benefit. Different teams can use it for their different purposes. Management can use this in a different way. Juniors can use it in a different way, and seniors can use it in a many different way. So for team collaboration, this Claude Projects becomes extremely powerful. So this is how the power of Claude is. So it is like a accumulation of all the work you have done over time, helping you. Okay, so that is our Claude project. Now that was a section 2 of the video, and now we will actually apply it. Okay, so thing is just go to claude.ai. For this, there is a proper checklist you can follow along. You can go to this link. You can Claude projects. This you can link you can find in the video description. This is a checklist. It will kind of like tell you 3 different projects you can set up, and it just guides you into implementing everything. And you would have done all this, everything you're seeing in the video, you would have done it for yourself. So that is what you can do. So set up a project, identify the common things you're doing, and start by using for one. When you start with one, you can do it for 2, you can do it for 3. And when you are used to the workflow of using Claude projects, you can go for bigger and bigger projects. But if you don't start from a slow thing which you can do, you will never be able to progress. Okay. So set up a project, and in that, upload the relevant files of that project. It could be images, videos, docs, PDFs. So you see here, as long as you can organize everything related into a right way, the AI can start working much better. Same is true for any employee. As long as the project documentation is clean, clear, easy to read, even humans will be able to do it better, right? So the organization, the communication, the articulation become very important even in age of AI. Do not think that AI is used just for sending email. Help me summarize whatever I'm reading. Blah blah. No, that is the least quality usage of AI. The true high quality usage starts when you're using it for projects, where the throughput of projects you can complete goes from 5 to 10 to 15. When, let's say, at the end of 6 months you would have done, let's say, 50 projects, but because it's compounding every time, you suddenly can do 60, 70, 80, 90. It could go anywhere, and the technology is always improving. So that's why Claude Projects is the way to go. Okay. This has a huge capacity. The number of files you can upload here, it's up to 500 pages. It supports. 500 pages is like one book. Okay. Or there is a different mode here. It's like if you have more files, it's up to 5,000 pages. The capacity of Claude Project automatically expands. This becomes like NotebookLM, wherein it supports larger number of files. So 5,000 pages capacity. But NotebookLM has even more. It can go for 5,000 pages, 50,000 pages, huge number of things you can do. That is why these two tools are part of essential toolkit I recommend. First video taught NotebookLM. This video is teaching us Claude, right? So for the conclusion of this, not conclusion, so for checklist of what we learned in this video, it's build 3 projects. I recommend build 3 projects. First project is whatever is the most impactful work you have to do. Very important. It's can't drop ball on it. That's your highest ROI project. You see, there is a principle called as 80-20 principle. It says most of the results you get come from 20% of efforts. 80% of results come from 20% of the thing. So, if you optimize those 20% things, you have the highest ROI on your efforts. So, build one project which is your highest ROI project. Build another project which is makes your most repetitive, draining, boring, soul-sucking task. It kind of like makes it suck less. Now, first gave you advantages. Second, builds capacity for you to try different things. And third, you can try a creative project, you can try a hobby project, you can try a spirituality project, you can try a health project, or anything you have been pulling away from it, or you can have your dream you want to complete and you have never had time to do this, and with help of Claude you can finally do it. So any of this, I recommend top 2 and third for any way you can make. So build these projects, learn to see how Claude kind of like helps you over time. So what happens when you build project? A project is all the subtasks related to that project, and they all are in one place. So over time, the conversations know each other, what is happening where, and if something created a knowledge artifact which is very important, a different chat can access it from a different chat. So your project over time, it will have lots of conversation in one place. It will have lots of files generated in one place. It will have much better quality of its understanding, its approach of execution. So it's not about this tool anymore. This is like a marriage which is compounded over time. This is not a one night stand. Every single project you do at baseline keeps getting better and better because your workflow of using the project gets better. So this is what Claude Projects is. And when you apply this, the advantages are infinite. Okay. Before you spend most of the time spending creating stuff, and that was very time consuming. Now that part you kind of like at least cut off 30% of your unnecessary effort from here. A bit more time you have to do for reading, judging, analyzing, correcting, or if the AI tool kind of like declines in its quality, then maybe you get back to original. For that time period the tool is down and you keep creating yourself. But because you have all the past, all the chats, all the context, even if you're doing it manually, everything you need is in one place. So your experience accumulates, your job things accumulates, your knowledge, your insight, your judgment, and over a time you will be able to find more and more and more things to improve in your career, improve in your kind of projects you can do with it. I do, it's like right now I have maybe 20, 30, 40 different projects. And this has been built in just last 3 months. I've been using Claude exclusively, extensively. And for Gemma, it's been for when it was barred. Since then I've been using it. I have had more than 5 6,000 conversations across a large number of chats in Gemini. Through that I have learned this, how Claude Projects is superior. So do this and it is gonna be keep giving you lifelong rewards. Same is true for NotebookLM as well. Okay, so start now. You can go to ajinkyakolhe.com and Cloud Projects and you'll get a free checklist. With using that, following that checklist, you will apply what you learned in this video. Just follow along and you will have Cloud Projects built for you. If you want to go a bit more detailed, these are some personal areas where you can apply Cloud Projects. So this is a sample PDF I built to improve your personal finance or help you with the career transition or improve your brand. So you can put your email address and you will get this career focused and template for these things. And subscribe for rest of the videos. I have a next video coming, which is the third part of the series, which tells you the complete system. So we have been building a complete system. In the previous video, it was just NotebookLM. In the video number 2, which is this video, it was Claude Projects. In video number 3, after we have mastered these two tools individually, only then you are eligible to understand the complete system. You have had bits and pieces of it already, but it builds. Even the series is building its value, its compounding value. And each of the tasks when you start doing, it's every month is gonna get better. So in the video number 3, we will finish the loop. We will have a complete system, and then we will learn where we stand in our AI use quality, and that would be the assessment. That will be the video. So that's it for this video. Follow along, and this is not a pitch because I'm a content creator. This is something which will tremendously help you a lot. A senior working professional, right now the market is chaotic. People are afraid. So your career capital needs to be codified. It needs to be structured. So extract your knowledge. Be ready for a shift. Be ready to take away your knowledge with you if you get fired, or be ready for jumping the next ship if you see if it is better for your career. And to do all these things, Cloud Projects will help you a lot. So do this and you are ready for an incredible, amazing system in the next video. See you. Bye.